so now I can call them that way, and this will be the right way to call them. Actually, let's use this little trick. Oh, that's nice. I recently learned this combination simply by a tip while loading the map. So that's how awesome I am. I can read tips, I can read actually. And those Voiders have absolutely no chances against the queens unless they go into the higher ground, which is apparently what they are doing. So if the queens are going to get closer to this area, then this is going to be a devastation for them. But there are 3 queens, and those... Hey! Get over it! Yeah, thank you. And those Voiders are not going to be enough to kill them all. And I mean, they should really wait for the shields to recharge before they attack once again. And there we go, queens using the transfusion to transfuse the blood from one queen to another and make sure that they are all being as horny as possible. Why did I say horny? Okay, whatever. So I guess that transfusion is making the queens horny. I didn't know that they're lesbian. Okay, whatever. What I said, oh my, this is embarrassing, isn't it? But it's funny, I like it. Oh my, I'm sorry, I just got completely thrown off by myself. How could this, oh, whatever, let's just focus on the game. Let's see the APM that says mostly nothing. I mean, since the recent change on the APM meter that actually does not notice when you're selecting stuff, only when you're ordering stuff. I mean, you cannot see it because I cannot order anything to this Void Ray. But since this change, the, you know, average APM has gone much lower. I mean, people have been forced to accept the fact that it will never be as high as normal. I mean, unless they are boosting the APM like I am, so my APM always looks like I'm a super pro because I have like, I don't know, average 120, which is pro, or was pro before. No, it's lower and it's still pro. And I look like I'm awesome pro because I have 120, and in fact I'm simply spamming the APM by clicking on my Nexus and forcing it to make paths to nowhere with no problems being constructed, which is just a fail, but that's how failish I am. So he looks, oh yeah, production stats, yeah, there we go, an upgrade going for the Zeg player. He doesn't have a lot of army, he's got no army whatsoever. I should really focus on the tactics side of this repeat, as right now this the Protoss army, it is just so much bigger. And there we go, force reduced effectively to block out the ramp. Sadly, there are no Zeg units to reinforce this army, so this is not going to be used. Actually, there are, so there's another need of force field, but they are being used to, you know, warning those takers away from the Zealots. And those queens really did stand for a very long time trying to fight off the Zealots. The transfusion was really coming handy, but right now, as you can see, yeah, there we go, more transfusion going in, and those Zealots are simply lining up for the slaughterhouse, and transfusion once again going on. So I guess that right now, oh man, this is actually going. Do not run away from the drones, try to kill them. To the back, kill them, I know you can. Oh my, this is a wasted occasion for the Protoss player. I mean, right now, of course they could be afraid of those red links, but honestly, they should try and kill a little bit more of those drones. I mean, right now, the pro to drone ratio is pretty even, which is a very good thing for the Protoss player. Because he's got an expression too. Okay, so this is a bad thing for the Protoss player. He needs to have more probes. And what I want to say more, where he's got 5 gateways. Well, now what you saw, notice that now when they are warp gates, I actually call them gateways. So I have no idea what is going on with me. I guess that's just how foolish I am. And excuse me, I must have missed something important. Oh, there we go, there's a Void Race. I so love the feature that allows you to... Excuse me. I so love the feature that allows you to skip back in the game. I mean, it's so awesome. In CNC3, when you lost some action, then that was it, you lost it, and you cannot do a thing about it because it's too late. You just have to keep commenting and just say, I'm sorry I didn't catch some epicness. So while this big battle was having, and I was focusing in it, as you can see, those Voiders are actually devastating the Zeg army, destroying entirely the Hydro then. So this is the reason why we do not have any Hydros at this point in the game. And whoa, this is a huge setback for the Zeg player, because now we know, unfortunately, that those Voiders are going to devastate this rail layer. I mean, I loved how fast those Voiders are devastating the layer, and I do not agree with anybody that is still stating that they are overpowered. They are not. If you can counter, then you're failing. And I'm sorry if I'm being rude or harsh or anything, but that's just how I see it. They're not that counter to counter. So as you can see now, those squids are actually going to tear those VoDs apart. Unfortunately for them, VoDs are charge up, and when they are charged up and they are attacking an normal target, then they are doing such an insane amount of damage that those squids did not stand a chance. Actually they did, and that's why the Void Ray actually retreated, but that's just me talking nonsense. So this is the reason why there is what is called? It was a cool way to call it remote mining, yeah, going on. And actually I would love to see an overload moving on over here to poop some script over this building, because soon it will start taking damage. Of course this is not possible because there's no layer over here, there's only a half that hatchery, so I can't really see how the Zek player is going to come back from this, because honestly he's in a lot of trouble now. He's going to try and make something happen with a couple of Zenglings, and there you go, he's making a run by going for the Stalkers. No, he's not, he's just going to right straight into the Protoss army. There's just a couple of Zealots over here, they're not going to stop those Spearlings from running up and killing as many Protoss as they can. They are even going to face them face to face, and this is not going to be enough, as there's simply too many Zenglings. Actually they're not, so the Zenglings are losing. There are 2 gateways that are should be warped into warp gates, and those probes really need to attack those Zenglings, as they can massacre them in no time, because that's how awesome the probes are. They are more powerful than the Zenglings. Of course, you have to remember that Zergling has only half of costs only half population cap, while the probe costs 1, so this is the difference. But still, it's kind of funny to see probes owning the Zerglings. I mean, I'm okay with it. This is intended. And I just had an idea to say something about the balance on StarCraft 2, but then I had an idea to not do it. But no, I want to say one thing about Protoss. I really want to. I mean, how often have you seen Archon so far? How often? It is how many months into the beta? I do not really remember when it started. It was many months ago. Have you seen many Archons? I mean, really successfully used? I mean, what purpose have they in this game? Except that they fail big time. They cannot do a thing. They just fail. They're too weak to do anything. I mean, in StarCraft 1, Archons were epic and they were actually useful. In this game, not the case. You simply morph your high templates into